It's the naked truth. Raw and uncensored adult chat with the stars of JustForFans as we get personal. Bedroom stories, sex tips, and more. Close the door, turn down the lights, and turn up the volume. It's time for the naked truth. And jazz hands!
Oh God, here we go. Hello, Just for Fanners. I'm trying to stick to my New Year's resolution, my diet, but all I want is a glory hole. But instead of dicks, like I want like the breadsticks to come out like over and over. It's like, yes, I'll have another. That is a glory hole that we need for 2021. Yeah.
Olive Garden. Let's talk about Olive Garden again.
Let's
They haven't
not
got
talk
enough
about-
attention.
They have enough free sponsorship. Anyway, this is the Naked Truth, the official Just for Fans podcast where nothing is off the limits except my tax returns. On this episode, we go deep and get down with our guests, popular names and body parts from the Just for Fans family, Zario Travezz and Teddy Bear. Rawr! He's already shedding hair all over the place, by the way.
I hope you brought a vacuum.
Carl, I got a Roomba just for Teddy. Oh, you would have like the Teddy Roomba. Oh, like the Teddy Ruxpin, the Teddy Roomba?
Ruxpin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You heard it here first. I'm your host, Alexander Rodriguez, queen of the podcast with my sidekick, my girl Friday, director of events for Just for Fans, Anthony John. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Anthony, I got a nasty phone call last night. It was a prank call.
A landline, right?
Yeah, on my landline, on my prince's phone. And some weirdo was breathlessly saying, "Do you have a fat, hairy ass?" And I thought, well, yes, I do. He's right here on the sofa. He's my boyfriend. Oh, yes.
Mom. You talking about your mom again?
Wow. You know, she listens to the show,
I
too.
know.
Anyway,
Hola.
Oh, you're just assuming that she's Latina? So racist here. So racist. Anyway, how are things going with Just for Fans?
Things are going well. We're still there. We're doing very well.
You guys are doing very well.
We're doing
I know.
very well. No, we're good. The models are doing great. Everything is coming about. We did the big relaunch a few months ago, actually, with the whole new. We'll talk about that later with the models. But yeah, it's a great new streamlined site. Everything's there. Everyone's making money.
Well, I have to tell you, what I really enjoy during COVID is you guys are doing these peep shows, the virtual peep shows.
Yes.
So you literally can get your Kleenex, can get your lubricants,
Yes.
and you literally have model after model doing their thing.
Yeah, we did 2 virtual parties. We did one Labor Day weekend, and we just wrapped one up right before. I guess it fell on Hanukkah. Well,
8 days of Hanukkah, 8 strokes of Hanukkah.
and it was good. We had like
dreidel.
two nights. We had the cis male and trans male first
Yes.
night, and then we had the cis female and trans female the second night. It was really good, really popular. So we had about
Good music, too.
we had
Good
DJ
tunes.
Vito Fun was live. First one was live. Second one we did more pre-recorded teasers. It was the strip tease.
But it was
Like
great.
peep
I
show.
just have like carpal tunnel now, and I'm like, oh, I gotta switch hands. Anyway, let's formally introduce our guest, Zario Travezz, good old country boy from Alabama.
What's that?
What's up? He started his multi-genre career about 3 years ago, and one of his very first scenes ever was actually for JustFor.Fans.
That is correct.
And he is currently nominated for GayVN's Favorite Bottom, by the way. You can go out and vote, too. I clicked my vote.
Thank you.
Also joining us today is Teddy Bear, the hairiest guy on JustForFans, or with him, you can call it JustForFans. Get it?
all night. They'll be coming all
night.
day,
Fur.
everybody.
He never shaves and never trims anything, so embrace the fur.
Yes.
He has turned his hairy brand into a product empire with a range of products, including home decor at teddybearusa.com. And he's got a podcast, by the way. Please welcome our guests, Zario and Teddy Bear.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Here we are.
I love how like my voice is right up here, and the Teddy Bear and Zario are like,
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up? Okay, so we started the show with a hot topic, so we're just going to get right into it. Hot topic.
Oh, God.
We have to talk about gays over COVID. To expose or not to expose. Gays over COVID, if those of you who are living in Iraq or Helen Keller, it's an Instagram site that is now just pinpointing people that are out partying, and it's capturing their videos, their tags, and it's outing people. So people are losing their jobs. People are losing their relationships.
In other words, you're loving it.
Well, you know me.
I know who you're going to bring up. Don't bring her up.
No, I won't.
Wait, who's you
Do you
gonna
have
bring
any
up?
hand sanitizer, by the way?
Yeah, who are you gonna bring up?
Shannon.
Did you say sanitizer?
Can you bring
No.
him up?
He's bad.
Anyway, so let's talk about this hot topic because, you know, I love a good tea spill. And when the site first came out, I'm like, oh, this is great. We're finding out who the hypocrites are and whatever. And then it kind of turned into like a witch hunt. And so I want to know what your opinion is. Should we be outing people, tagging them, making their own post public. Is that something that we should be doing? What are the pros and cons?
Did you also see that they're almost to like 130,000 followers?
It's
already?
one of the fastest growing Instagram profiles,
That's
not
crazy.
based on a celebrity.
Yeah,
Well, I think
it's
it
in
was-
the Guinness Book World Records.
Yeah, because it's been
No.
featured on.
Oh, God.
Well, I just went along with you.
No,
Like,
but-
yeah, he knows.
Well, last I checked, I thought it was before Puerto Vallarta. I thought it was like 3,000 or something, wasn't it? It was not very
Literally
big at
right.
all. Because I remember looking at it going, no one's even looking at
You
this.
know what I also love though? Everybody calls it the PV gays because half the people don't know how to say the name correctly.
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
So there's like PV gays.
Yeah. Or circuit queens. It's just
Puerto
been that.
Vallarta.
But CNN has covered it. Rolling
Mhm.
Stone has covered it. Do you guys think that the intention is okay? That we should be able to call people from our community out for attending these events?
Well, I think people are saying that it's not calling out; it's calling accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the biggest issue people had is like PV didn't need to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like you were going there because you had to work. It's not like you were doing it to survive. You literally went to go celebrate during the most uncelebratable year while other people not only can't celebrate, are losing loved ones. Like it was just I didn't really get why people decided to even do it in the first place. You know what I mean?
Well, we know gays will find a party no matter what happens. Like they will just find a party, and this event had to be moved many, many times.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is that like when your town is purposely saying, please don't come.
Yeah.
Like we're literally canceling your event and you just say, well, we'll go to your neighbors to it. That's when you're just missing the point. You're like, no, we're saying just another time, gays.
I don't understand circuit queens. I seriously don't like this super need to have to go party, and a lot of them are just really lame anyway. And
It's like,
yeah, they're just like a lot of.
Why
them
is
are
he
just-
looking at me?
I'm
So we're all looking
you're,
at
I
you.
didn't go.
you're one of the corporates.
they won't let you in anymore. Is the thing. It's like,
I couldn't get a free pass, so I wasn't going.
Yeah, but with all honesty, it really is a slap in the face. I know several people who are healthcare workers who say that they wish that they would not have gone into the healthcare field because of what they have to deal with, like constantly having to see patients. I have one friend who's a nurse who he works in the ER, and he said that literally like 95% of people who came in, they literally had COVID. And it's a serious thing, and it's really kind of like a slap in the face for people to just sit your ass down. Like, why the hell are you like fucking partying up at a fucking circuit party? Like, circuit parties will happen. Just sit down and like let's ride this shit out.
Now, what do you feel about the healthcare workers that are there partying?
Yeah,
I wanna ask
they're,
about
which
that.
they're
Yeah.
they're dragging them hard.
Oh,
They're-
they should
they're
be
losing
dragged
their
hard.
job. And
But do you think this is something that, I mean, isn't it kind of like a Salem witch hunt type thing? I mean, is this something that we're gonna look back at and go,
Well, I feel
you
like
know,
I
is
feel like
this how
the
the best
losing
way to treat people? Like, I understand what's going on. I think Adam Ramsey. Did you see Adam Ramsey? Porn star Adam Ramsey. That's his name, right? He posted a video, and he's very calm and collected, and he posted a video, and I'm not going to quote it, but go find it. But he said it very reasonable. He's like, okay, well, whatever your reasons are, whether it's to break the rules or you just have this need and urge that you have to say, you know, you're not going to tell me how to run my life. You're going to do this. And he had a really articulate way of saying it. He's like, but now what do we do? Like, it happened. What do we do? I just come back and quarantine and just know that you were there and don't go back to work.
But here's the
and don't
thing:
do
is
this.
these guys, we know from our own circle, we have so many friends that I know that we could send. In fact, stupid me, I was like, God, I should send this picture because it was a bunch of my friends, and they're coming back from Puerto Vallarta, and they're not quarantined; they're out doing their thing, and it's like, God. But I still haven't gone that far because, to your point, it's become a witch hunt. So much so, I posted a picture from 2 years ago, and then I got from the other show I did, I got listeners saying, "I'm going to send you to GaysOverCovid," and I'm like,
Wow.
Wait a minute,
Whoa.
then I got really scared because your little career can change
Mhm.
from one little post on something, and
they're
I had to
anonymous,
prove,
too.
yeah, they're anonymous, and I had to prove that it was 2 years ago, and I had to go through this whole thing, and it's like, crap. It was like all fun and games until it turns on you, and then you see how drastic that can be. Also, another con is that it's dividing our community, such as, you know, we've come through this turbulent social and political summer and COVID, and so we're trying to build bridges between the bear community, the twinks, the older generation, the black community within the LGBT community, and then now it's like, okay, now we're separating ourselves again, can also be like a negative energy. So
Well, also on that it's like it's gays versus gays type situation, and as you said, the mainstream media and Rolling Stone, everyone they've all picked up on the story. So now it's out there. So now it's not just us bridging gaps within the community, it's us bridging gaps in society. And now people are looking at us, oh great, let's blame the gays. Look at the gays did, damn gays.
But we are doing it.
No, but the straights are doing it just as much. They're doing it just as much.
Point.
When I was living in New York City and people were dragging people who were hanging out in the corner in Hell's Kitchen, remember that was right near my house, and everyone's dragging. I think Gays Over COVID came about around that time. If you had gone to Soho or something, they had block parties of straight people. No one's saying anything, you know? So it's just, we're an easy target already. So I think it's probably best to just not make yourself
So-
such
I mean, they're
a
probably
big
also
target.
they're probably also saying it because I mean the gay parties are better. Let's not lie.
Yeah.
Like the straight parties are probably like that's not newsworthy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look at
Yeah, it's like-
Karen's throwing up again.
Yeah.
we played Madonna's Vogue again.
I think the gays think that because they're on PrEP that they're immune. They're
They
like,
are.
I'm on a powerful antiviral drug. I'm good.
Which we are, by the way.
I think that's a big factor. What's the count?
What about
on
the
gays? I
apologizing,
don't know
though?
anybody gay that's caught it though.
Oh, I know plenty.
I know plenty.
I know.
You know,
I caught it.
I haven't known any gays who have died from it, but that's not
I
to
do.
say. Okay, well,
Oh.
then there you go. And plus, it's not just to say, you know what, I'm not going to get that sick. You're going to pass it to somebody
Exactly.
who could,
Right.
who
Exactly.
could die.
And I, you know what? And I'm not for the whole dragging thing, to be honest. But here
I'm
I
like
am.
this.
I'm like, yeah, I'm push and pull on it because I'm not better than anyone, and nobody is. And just because you're not getting caught doesn't mean you're not being shady somewhere. You know, we've all been to a
That
dark
is
room.
very true. We all. It's like, oh, my eye.
Yeah. Ooh, who's this? Gay
Dad?
over COVID. No. Well, see, now I totally forgot. Oh yeah. Nope. Totally forgot. Oh, but there's the guys that got it early on, and he made a lot. He's making a lot of news on it. Got it early on, almost died.
Oh, I know you're talking.
We
about.
raised money on
He got
GoFundMe. I gave him money on
He got
GoFundMe.
$20,000.
I put a little money in that, and then he's there partying in Puerto Vallarta a few months later, and I'm like, dude. And not it's not just partying, it's unapologetically partying.
Yeah.
Like F you, I'm here, you're jealous,
and
you're
he's in
bitter.
the medical field, too.
Well, didn't you see what he
Yes.
said on his like last post about it, where he said it's now survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
If you die, you die.
Oh man.
that's
You
that's
gave him your
serious.
money. You should get that back.
It's a tax write-off.
All right, so, okay. Well, that was our hot topic to get
Wow,
started.
he does this every time. You should have seen the hot topic last time. I'm like, dude, the
because then it gets
the
us
first
going. It gets
conversation.
going,
I'm like,
going,
we're
going.
I was
almost
like,
at
do you ever have an
fisticuffs.
easy question?
No.
Take off your shirt. Can't we just take off our shirts?
That's coming, by the way, so stay tuned. Okay, but let's talk about some positives from COVID. What positive effect has COVID had on your adult content career?
Positive effects
Maybe on JustForFans.
on JustForFans. To
Or in
tell you the
general.
truth,
Or
just to be honest,
in general.
like I have not done shit as far as filming. I
Right.
really haven't.
Right.
My shit, I've completely ignored it altogether
Because of the risks.
because it like, well, yeah, like
Oh.
the risks just make me just not really put forth the effort. Like the drive for me personally is gone. Like I really don't have the drive to go and make content.
So
and
everything
hit
that's
people up.
on there is just kind of
Everything that's
float.
on there is all the stuff that's just been on there.
And
Like,
people
I
are still
haven't-
paying. You still have. Do you see a change in subscribers, or people are unsubscribing, or
No,
Anyone complain? Nothing?
nobody subscribed.
Oh,
It's
that's
gone
cool.
down. Like
No,
I used to make like a whole lot, but now I'm just kind of like,
okay?
Now, do you think part of that is kind of this, like, there's this COVID depression that's kind of hitting some creative people? It's like, I'm exhausted. I'm tired socially. I'm tired politically. I'm tired of having to modify to what we're going through. I just need this time just to myself. Is that kind of what you're
yeah,
going through too?
that's basically how it is for me.
Picasso's blue period, really.
Well, but you know that's true. And some creatives are like super, like they're like energized and they're changing the way that they're doing it. It's all how you handle COVID. There's no right or wrong.
Yeah,
And I know a lot of the JustForFans are just doing like their solo acts, or they're playing with a lot of toys.
I think they were in
now.
the beginning. I think people have been able, because now with the testing and
Yeah.
there's definitely we know a lot more about it. I think that models are being. I can't speak for all of them. Because I don't know.
I get tested.
But I think
regularly.
I think a lot of them are doing it within their little circle. I see a lot of
Yeah.
people filming the same kind of group. Like,
Well, yeah,
you know,
because they're like in their
they're in their own little
their
circle.
bubble. And I know that some studios are back filming now. And so not
Yes.
only do you have to show up with your STD and HIV test, but now you have to show
and
up
they
with
won't
your
fly you in. You have to
COVID.
get yourself there, and
Yeah.
they'll do this.
Well, that's the thing I've noticed that like models actually, and it's because of like sites like JustForFans are now treating their own brand and as a company, as a studio.
Yep.
So the ones that I film with, we all do regular testing at talent testing, just like studios work. We all organize around that, just like studios, because most of us pretty much started in studios. So we have that same philosophy of like how you can run it, but we're now running it as ourselves. And for a lot of us, it's actually been like a very good learning year, and it's actually grown our pages.
Yeah. Well, that's good. A little bit more responsibility, not just, it has come a long way. I think just in the couple of years of JustForFans that, it went from very like just people want to see as raw as possible, not just sex, but like raw in terms of the filming.
Yeah.
It's like polar opposite of like that glamour of studio work, and people loved it. I mean, back in studio world, we call it Gonzo style or something, and it's but now it's like they're people are coming into their own. It's kind of fun to watch, and it's interesting.
Well, it's fun, and the stars are now you're able to film what you want to film with who you want to film, and if you don't want to do this act, you don't have to do it because it's your own site. You own everything, and you're right. Some of the the sets, so to speak, have gotten better, but like there was that amateur, like grungy, kind of hot, gritty feeling, and now
I miss the grungy. Like, honestly,
they're still there.
I want to find like an old abandoned warehouse and just put a mattress in.
Well, there's more and more places.
But that's still happening.
More abandoned
it's just now in
being
HD.
available thanks to the
Rage in West Hollywood is open. No, but there is that hot kind of, because like it's a warehouse and it's out in public, but not really, and it's like who's gonna show up? Not that I've thought about it often. But let's talk about this creative energy. So, Teddy Bear, you have this dichotomy of art and porn. Your background is actually in fine art and costume design, which is this whole artistic flair. How has that kind of helped you develop your brand in the adult film world and even your approach to filming?
I love it because I've been able to treat my adult work as another creative outlet.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not just talking about like, what's a creative way to like fuck or crazy position, because I'm not always just about that.
Right.
I've been able to find ways like how I'll edit my videos. I do all the editing myself. Anytime you see me in a hat or like a t-shirt in my videos, I made myself. Yeah. It's Teddy Bear brand.
Great.
Anything that you see my beard is my own because I make my own beard oil. Oh. So it's been able to be that I can expand into different outlets, even though it is just like a porn video. And I love that.
Who were some of your earliest inspirations in terms of costume design? Was it like you were a kid and you saw like a sci-fi piece?
Here she comes.
You saw like, let's talk
No.
Fussy.
What got me into costume design when I was younger, that was honestly Final Fantasy, the video game.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a gamer, so.
Interesting. You have a quote that you said somewhere that you got fucked more as a costume designer than you ever have in porn.
That wasn't a costume. That was when I worked in retail.
Oh, retail? I have to hear a retail sex story.
It wasn't sex. Everybody keeps
fucked as in literal fucking.
Thank
everything.
you.
They're not just the product.
So you weren't fucking in the dressing room?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically.
Thank you.
Oh.
I thought so too, but I did see a response in that. He said it in a
People
response.
kept quoting that, thinking that I'm in Macy's getting like gangbanged in the clearance rack.
They do have the best bathrooms. You're never getting caught.
Okay, but like, so
awkward silence.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
But tell us about your retail experience. I mean, that's such a far cry from what you're doing now.
And elaborate more on what you meant.
I mean, working in retail is, if you work in retail, you know, it's a living hell. Like, I had days when I would go to the job where I couldn't get out of my car because my brain was literally like, I'm not going to let you. Like, I'm not going to let you go into that place where you have people. Like, I had a woman once who, because she had a coupon that was 6 months expired, she said, it's taking everything in me not to spit in your face right now.
What?
Because I couldn't take her coupon.
Oh my God. How much was the coupon for it? Like,
No,
if I was,
I did the math. I did the math. It was like $1.30 off. That's retail.
People are just weird. People are weird.
Some people are born for it, though. Like Jack.
No.
Will and Grace Jack. But it's like
he's
some
real.
people, some people are, but some people are built for it. There are people that you go to like Bloomingdale's or whatever, I don't know, and it's like that. There's like that old queen, you know, and she's been there.
Oh,
she's been there. And I worked at what was it called? It was called Structure, and then it turned into Express.
God, you just aged yourself.
Yeah, Fashion Island.
In the 80s, there was a place called Structure. No, but like when I go into H&M, whether to buy
like
stuff
Cobra
or something.
Kai days.
Oh my god. But what, like when I go to H&M, like they have socks, they have ties. Like I can shop there, but when I walk in, it's always
but
like
working there is a whole different.
no. But the
story.
employees there, it's like a whole different world. I mean, there's the good retail employees, but there's also the snarky ones that give it just as much as they get it. Like I walk in, they're like, like we don't have your size. It's like, bitch, I didn't ask. Okay, anyway, I went off on a tangent.
Zario, your opinions on folding shirts at a mall retail store? Anything?
Yeah, I worked for Target for like 2 years.
You did?
You know,
Oh, I
Target's
bet
good.
you looked hot in a red shirt and a khaki.
How's the
Yeah, that's pretty
bathrooms
cute.
at Target? Any bathrooms?
You know,
Did you have any stories? Do you have any?
there were phone numbers in the bathroom.
Did you ever
stall.
call one?
No.
It's
Did
like an
you write
emergency
the
number.
number?
This is 911.
No, but there were some really hot guys that came in.
I was gonna
Oh,
say,
hot
did you
guys
have
are
you ever? I'm
always-
asking like
Oh, yeah.
dirty stuff. So have you had anything? Either one of you? Any?
I did.
Any
I did.
stories?
I was fucking the security.
Scardy.
I've seen security at Target,
No,
though.
for
I don't
real.
know about
The
that.
AP, yeah, the AP guy, yeah, we were fucking.
Nice. At Target,
No.
which is whereabouts?
I don't think you're
is
going to
this
get a hot
store? No, I'm
story
kidding.
for this.
Nah.
There's no hot story.
He's like,
Teddy.
I've had
Teddy,
sex
do you have a
before.
story you can make up real quick?
But it was it was like a big ordeal because he was like on the DL,
Oh.
and like I had like he was kind of dating this other girl that worked with us, and she was like
All of a
See,
sudden-
getting better.
there was this suspect that they suspected him of being gay, and then I told her that we fucked,
You're like, I have
and then
confirmed.
You
it crushed
suck.
all her dreams.
You're the worst.
And then
You're like now he'll be
but
mine.
for the longest time, he didn't know why people were like saying that he was gay and this, that, another. And then, like, he was like making this big deal with HR and everything.
He's like, dude, you're
And
not
then,
gay if
and
you
then I was
top.
like, he was like, I don't know why he said that. I can't believe they're slandering my name, this, that, another, and telling people that I'm gay, blah, blah,
Did you-
blah. And then I was just like,
Did he ever approach
I
you
was
like,
like, but-
physically
but-
about it?
no, but I eventually told him that I told that girl, one of the girls, and then he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He was like all mad about it because
Well, shit.
I was
Once
like,
HR's
fuck your
involved, it's like-
DL.
Are you?
ass."
You're
Yeah.
gays over COVID, aren't you? I got my $500 reward.
So sorry, I want to know. Oh, you know what that means.
No, we don't. What does it mean?
Welcome to Sex Trivia with Just for Fans, with your host Alexander and Ed McMahon, played by Anthony.
Hey now.
Okay, we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna play a little sex quiz, and we're gonna ask our contestants a question. If they get it wrong, they must remove one item of clothing. Could be any item that they want, so we can get as scandalous as you want, or as
Teddy has a lot of hair,
It's
so he
none
gets
of it.
one strand at a time.
like we said, we got the Teddy Roomba.
If you're into pain.
Oh.
Ooh,
Okay,
I'm
first
wrong
question.
again.
So you both have to answer it. True or false? True or false? According to spending trends of gay men last year, put these in priority of gay men saving money for: buying furniture, buying a new suit, or buying a new home. Yes.
New home.
A fake buzzer. Wait, what did you say? I wasn't listening.
But he rang it. Buying furniture,
And that's all for today, folks.
buying furniture, buying a new suit, or buying a new
What they
home.
save money
Okay,
for.
so
Yeah,
suit, furniture, home.
In that order?
And it's from most like
Yeah.
they are to like
Right.
they forgot about it.
So suit, furniture, home.
I say home, furniture, suit.
You both are wrong. It's buying furniture, buying a new suit, which came right under there,
What?
and their last
Where are you
priority to
going?
save
Wait,
money.
question.
Yeah.
By suit, they mean swimsuit.
No, like a
Then
suit.
this is inaccurate.
No, it's totally inaccurate. It's the data of gay and lesbian spending trends.
Measured by who?
Well, it's 2000.
The Gay and
by you?
Lesbian Council.
Anyway, so both
on
of you are
spending.
wrong.
The elders.
So it's
There is a council somewhere. We're a community, remember?
buying furniture was very important to them. Then buying an actual suit, and then the last priority, nobody is saving money for a new home, which kind of
I
makes
am.
sense.
I moved into a new home.
But
You
did you
did?
buy
During
a new
COVID.
home?
But you guys
I
are
didn't buy
responsible,
one, but-
gays.
That's what
Like,
we're talking about.
I'm
All right.
spending my money every day.
But I
get
did.
it.
I
So
moved
what
into a
happens?
house.
All right,
I
who's
can-
losing something? Let's
So
lose
no,
something.
both of them lost. So both of them need to remove an item of clothing.
The only thing that has to
All right.
remain is the
I'm
headset.
removing.
Well, don't you?
Of course.
Oh wait, how do you take,
Remove your identity
how do you
right
take
away.
your shirt off if you're still wearing the headset?
You can
You
remove
could
it.
put
You
it
will
back
see.
said that.
on. You and your
Oh
loophole.
God! Here we go. Oh,
Anyone bring their honey?
there we go.
Oh, that would be so messed up.
What if you rub some honey?
Covered honey on Teddy.
I went.
Oh
I
my
went.
God,
I
you
once
guys
That
went
wouldn't be
to.
the first time.
By the way, thank you for that idea. I'm gonna do that on TikTok.
Yep.
No, honestly.
No, so I just joined
But
TikTok,
it's gonna
and
dry
my
up.
videos are
It's
literally
okay.
just
And
You
like
gotta rip it.
a videos
He's
of
brushing
me
himself.
brushing my fur.
Brushing.
I follow you on
Yeah.
TikTok, and it's like brush. It's like Marsha.
Marsha.
Well, Jen, I'm just brushing my hair. Okay, according to the U.S. Institute of Health, men in open relationships are more likely or less likely to have unprotected anal sex with a non-main partner.
I don't know anything about this.
Can you repeat that question?
So, men in open relationships are more likely or are they less likely to have unprotected anal sex, barebacking, with somebody who's not their partner?
More likely.
More likely.
You are both correct. But I would think, like, in an open relationship, like, you would have a condom because you don't want to bring anything home, especially if you're... No?
Come
No, but if
on.
you're both hoes,
When
then
is
no.
the last? Honestly, when is the
Then
last time
no.
anyone here wore a condom?
I don't even know where to find a condom anymore. Probably
ju-
Target.
I use if I don't have a cock ring, then sometimes I will
Oh,
tear.
for the
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, but they don't really say that on the
Oh.
label. That's not what you're supposed
No.
to do.
Mm-mm.
But that's what I use it for.
I wear a condom to keep the shit off my dick.
Really?
That's like a
Actually,
raincoat.
They call me Swamp Donkey.
Oh my god.
That's your stage name.
No, Popper Smurf.
That's his parlor handle. His swamp donkey.
Oh my god.
They call me Rim Hog. Dear, stop being a rim hog. Save some for others.
I don't even know what to do with that. Okay, what percentage of straight married men have stated that they've had gay sex, anal sex, in the last year? 5%, 8%, or 10%?
10%.
8.
You are correct. It is 10%. 1 out of 10 married straight men are having gay sex in a year's time. Girl, you gotta take something off.
Dang, you're gonna be naked before we know it.
We're blurring the
taking the
lines
shoes
in
off.
society.
Okay, wait.
Because if you want to see more, go to my
Take a shit.
JustForFans
Yes.
/ the XXX teddy bear.
There it is. JustFor.Fans.
You better promote.
Okay, what is the percentage of men who have shaved their pubic hair in a 4-week period? 25%, 60%, or 90%?
25%.
Wait, shave their pubic hair in a...
Like, how
a
many guys
4-week
within a
period.
4-week period shave? 25%, 60%, or 90%?
I mean, I don't want to support this with an answer because this is against my religion.
Well, I
So,
know. That's why I brought it up.
I'm bowing out. This is all you.
Oh, I say 25%.
It is 90%. 90%
90% have
of
shaved?
men have trimmed, shaved their pubic
That's a
hair
straight man thing.
in a 4-week
No, it's not.
period.
Gays don't do that.
Yes, they do.
they
Yes,
do.
Yes, they do.
They
Girl,
do.
they're called twinks.
Oh,
They're-
yeah,
no,
that's
they're
right.
called.
the
God
twinks.
forbid a
If you
hair
have a little bush.
appears.
So both of you technically got it wrong. So
Yeah, everyone.
Um,
We're gonna need some stripper music
okay,
for
I'll
these
take my
later.
shirt off.
oh, here we
How do we
go.
do? Oh, yeah.
That's stripper music.
No,
What?
that's
Strip club
not.
music.
That's
Oh,
what you hear when the stripper music isn't playing.
We got some booty.
Oh, booty! I missed
Or a
it.
jockstrap.
What's going on?
Ooh, that's coming next.
Oh.
Let's hope you get the next one wrong.
We got-
Oh, mama. Don't you have to leave it? There you go.
There,
Oh, my
there
goodness.
ain't no tits on the radio.
There are tits. Okay, most men have how many erections during a night of sleep?
Oh, I
Average?
heard about this.
1 or 2 is one answer. 3 to 5 is another answer, or none, though erections may occur upon awakening.
I would say 3 to 5.
I say none, but they occur during awakening.
So you are incorrect. You are correct.
Yeah.
3 to 5 is the average amount of erections you get while you are in deep REM sleep.
I once said that to my mom, and she said if I knew that, I'd
Was that
still
at
be married.
Thanksgiving?
That was her response.
Oh my goodness. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. yeah.
Zario,
Yeah,
what's
she's
coming
cool.
off?
Zario,
I took
a shoe. He's like, I'm wearing a jock strap under this. Here's a shoe.
You gotta work for this.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's do this one.
Venmo?
This is kind of not sex related, but it kind of is. Who is the queen of pop according to downloads, airplay, and social media? Britney or Lady Gaga?
I would say it's Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Keep in mind how many years the artists have been in the field as well.
Thank you for that, Alexander.
I mean, I probably have to give it to Lady Gaga.
You are both correct. It is Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Gaga.
Okay, we have to do another question.
She
'cause
says,
I gotta
"Razzle
see this
dazzle."
jockstrap.
Show
You
business.
had to know that we were gonna guess
Tony.
that one.
Well, it was the Tony Bennett duet.
Remember the Tony Bennett?
Yep.
Razzle dazzle.
Okay, true or false? A man's penis is twice as long as they look.
They're a grower, not a shower. Is that what that means?
Wait, I'm confused. They're like their height?
Wait.
The length
length?
of a penis is actually twice as long.
Oh, because it goes in.
as what
I mean,
we look.
it depends.
True
though.
or false?
Oh, true or false? This is just a true or false.
True.
True.
I say true.
It is true.
Yeah, goes
Half
in,
of a
yeah.
man's penis is actually inside the body, connecting the corpus cavernosum and
Why
corpus
don't they just take that
spongiosum.
out? You know, they say they can't extend a penis. Can't they just pull that
No,
out a
it
little
has to
bit?
connect to your body,
think-
or else they have to move everything else.
Yeah,
up.
it's like your hips would just be like.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it. If
Spermies.
Marilyn Manson can take out ribs, we could do that. I bet
heard
Jeffree
that was
Star
a
did.
rumor.
He took out his career. So.
Bet Jeffree Star did that.
I mean, Mrs. West.
That's why Kanye
So he
West
can
is
suck
into
his
that.
own dick.
I don't believe any of that, by the way.
You don't.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't believe anything that comes out of that
I believe
false
it.
vessel known as the Kardashians.
He's
Yeah.
been in
But
Wyoming.
They have a new show coming out in like 10 months. Take a wild guess what it's going to be about.
No, he was supposed to be with
that's a good point.
Jeffree Star.
It's BS.
So, Zario, I don't know. You are nominated for Favorite Bottom,
Mm.
but I've seen your topping scene. Super, super hot. Do you mind being labeled as a bottom, or are you
I've
like,
heard-
oh, good?
I'm so happy about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I was just telling somebody like I really don't really care to talk.
I know.
I really
Oh.
don't. I'm
That is good. That is a good bottom right there. Being like,
I think it's great because honestly, I don't mean to chime in, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
When I look at Zario, and Zario to me, in my own ignorance, comes off as a top. Does he not? Like he's got
I mean,
this
he's got that
this
see,
swagger about him
see, but
that
that's
comes
playing-
off as top.
Well, and we're gonna
And
talk
he's got
about
a
it in
big
the next
old
video, but it's-
amazing PP.
So, well, yeah.
And so
it's
then
beautiful.
when he's like pulls out, he's like, and you're like, you know,
So, but this
it's
is the
like,
idea-
yay!
This is the idea of like sexual roles and gender roles and
Yes,
masculinity
true.
versus
It's
femininity.
my own ignorance.
Because he has this like top energy, and this is something I think that is changing the world of porn. But it's so funny because when I did a lot of research, and I've already done a lot of research on both of you, but then it was like Zario tops was like, oh, bing, 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 bing. It was like, you know, it was such a different thing, and you seem to enjoy yourself. So do you tell the studios, hey, I just want a bottom from here on out?
You know, no, I don't tell them that. I don't mind doing a top scene, and then especially depending on who it is, like I don't mind it. Like some bottoms, I'm like, I see them and I'm like, oh yeah, I totally top the fuck out of you. But then like, I don't know, like, but most of the time I'm just like, nah, beat my back out. That's
Beat my back out.
Beat my back out.
yeah.
That's
just
got to
beat
go
my
on a
back
shirt.
out.
that needs to be an album name.
That needs to
Yeah.
beat my
If you ever drop a single,
beat my
That's what
back
you're gonna
out.
do. That's what it's gonna be.
I know some backup dancers. Boop, boop. So I want to talk about this is kind of another hot topic,
Ooh.
and I know that you have.
Are we still doing the trivia?
No, that's over.
Oh, it is. Who won?
Well, we won because
Did
we
I
got to
miss
see
it?
them in the undies.
is there a
Oh.
prize?
Yes,
You got a Just
You're
for
like,
Fans
I'm the
mask.
prize.
Anthony John
I
will
won
send
the
you.
most, I won the most, right?
Yeah, but we didn't get to see the junk strip.
You like kept track. You have like a little tally.
You just keep going until the jock
I know,
shows
like-
up. What's your favorite color? Wrong.
What's my pet's first name? But this is another kind of hot topic, and you know we're being so socially politically correct, or we're trying to keep ourselves to that. And I know coming from Alabama, and during some interviews, you have talked openly about kind of the racial diversity that you came from. I mean, your parents were biracial. When they were together, it was still illegal to be
It
a
was.
married
That's crazy.
interracial couple. You know,
Wow.
we think of in today's day and age, but his parents literally, it was illegal.
Yeah.
And it was punishable, by the way. And so this is kind of the dynamic you come from Alabama, coming to LA, where we're all like, oh, we love everybody,
Mhm.
supposedly. I want to know what your take is. In fact, I think your grandfather was part of the KKK.
He was.
Whoa.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, that's some family dynamic.
Yeah.
And so thank you for sharing that. But I want to know what your take is on gay porn awards having specific categories such as best black actor, best black scene, best black studio. Because I know some of the porn awards have gone back and forth. Do we include it? Do we not include it? And the thought behind it is no, we need to include it because we need to show, we need to put the focus on them because they're not getting the focus in mainstream. It's like, well, then why don't you just change that and make the mainstream category more diverse? But they say it wouldn't
I agree
happen.
with that. I completely agree with that. Like, yeah, you should just include everybody and just
Right.
make it more diverse. I kind of feel the same way in reference to trans categories as well. It's like I noticed even with GayVNs that they had one section for the trans men, but I'm like, why don't we include more trans men into like regular mainstream porn? Like, why aren't we casting like
That's a
Connor
good point.
Atlas and Billy Vega and all of them into like the regular scenes? Like, I would work with them.
They're
I wouldn't mind.
Are they-
like?
much like they say that like a lot of the in the black community is seen as like they fetishize the whole black
Yeah.
thing. Now it's moved on to, oh look, this is new. Let's make this a fetish. And even though it's all everyone is trying to do is create inclusion and say no, we're let us be included, but no, we're not gonna separate. Okay, we'll bring this minority category into the mainstream, and then we'll leave this one out. It just seems like two steps forward, one step back type situation.
Yeah.
It's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the idea of being fetishized, such as, you know, some scenes in your early career, like they were for noir male, which we know that's a very specific genre. I've seen you in scenes where it's like, you know, all black orgy, and it's like, well, that's the title of the video. Have you ever felt fetishized?
That's a hard word.
Yeah, it is a really hard word to say.
Fetishized.
I'm Sean Connery. I'm
Fetishized.
fetishized. But have you ever felt that to the point you're like, you know what, I don't want to do these kind of scenes anymore? Or do you say something to the studio, or do you enjoy doing the scene and it's not an issue for you?
It doesn't, like, I don't get too caught up in like, oh, this is something that's being fetishized, this, that, another. Like, the fans are gonna do it. Like, the fans are gonna call the studios out. The fans do all that. I'm like, look, I'm just here. I just want to get you off. That's it. I just want to make a hot scene. Was it hot? Did you get off to it? That's all I really care about. Like, I'm just, no, I'm not, I don't care if I was fetishized. Like, whatever.
How about you? You being in the bear community, that's automatically going to be separated, right? That's like a tribe, or
but
you
here's
know.
the difference, though. That kind of fetishize, that doesn't come from any place of being held back or discrimination or anything. That's a different scenario. So like, it's nowhere near the same as like being fetishized for your color. Do you know what I mean?
And do you know? So, a big running question.
Ladies and gentlemen, Helen Keller.
So no, I've noticed over the years the definition of things like bear has changed. I mean, I remember at my first bear party, I was up in San Francisco in like 2010, and it was very obvious what it was. Very big men, you know, and I was completely out of place. And one guy lifted my armpit and said it smelled like honeycomb, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is adorable.
Yeah, I know. I loved it.
Wait,
but anyway,
it's funny.
but I mean, do you see like
And that guy
changed
was
a lot.
Teddy Bear.
And that was hello again. He followed me. But do you notice because back in the day, if you were really hairy, we would say it was a wolf, or you know, there was and it changed, wolf, silver fox, all this stuff, and bears were a much different category. Do you find that? What are your thoughts on all that?
I mean, I get different opinions. Sometimes people will be like, "You're not a bear. Like, how dare you call yourself a bear?" And I always remind them, I'm like, I call myself a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Because I'm short, I'm 5'8",
Glamour bear.
and I'm hairy.
Glamour bear.
Glamour bear.
But you know, it's funny. It's funny you say that. I do see some of the events. When I first got into live hosting, I know you host a lot of a bear events as well. When I first got hired as an MC to some of these bear events, I would show up with my little tuxedo jacket and my bow tie, and I shave and whatnot. And they said, oh, we got negative feedback because you weren't bear enough for the bear event. I'm like, so what is a bear? It used to be that it was super hairy, fat, and like that was it, or very into leather. And I think it has changed, but there's still a reticence from the bear community of just incorporating anybody in, such as the point I don't feel comfortable at a bear event.
Do you get the pullback from the bear community, or do you get it from other people looking at it going, you shouldn't be part of that community?
I get it from the bear community that I'll do an event like IBC, which is the International Bear Convergence.
Mm-hmm.
I hosted their pool party, and I did a bunch of events, and a lot of it was positive because I just have a good time. Like, it doesn't matter what crowd I'm in, but I got messages saying, what were you even doing there? You didn't even fit in.
Lord.
And it's like, well, what does that even mean?
I think the lesson here is that gays will find a way to hate other gays,
That's
no matter what genre.
Especially if we're loud.
Yeah.
Teddy Bear, what misconceptions do people have about hairy guys in the bedroom?
I don't really know. I mean, I guess they would probably conceive, they're like, oh, you're hairy, so you probably smell or something, because they for some reason assume you don't shower.
Yeah,
which I do. I bathe.
Mm-hmm.
I groom myself every day.
We actually see you on TikTok grooming yourself.
He has a natural spring.
I guess that would be the only one that people assume. They're like, oh, if you're hairy, you're going to be one of those like stinky guys.
So I want to know what I love about your scenes and your brand is that it's total liberation. Like you're like, yeah, I have a hairy back, and that's what I'm going to do. We have been conditioned by Hollywood and even by adult film studios as to what beautiful and what sexy is, such as hairy back. You very rarely see a hairy back in any of the main studio films.
Ever.
When you entered the adult film world, were you tempted to trim or shave just to extend your career?
So that's even the funny thing is back when I did studio work, which I don't do anymore, I would be booked for scenes. So they're like, oh, we love that you're hairy, and we love even that you have a hairy back, but they would still want me to trim it. Because at the end of the day, they're like, we kind of love it because it's at least something different, but like we still need you to look just like every other guy. And when I quit doing studio and just focused on my JustForFans is when I actually started to embrace having a hairy back. And I realized that, maybe the studios aren't always right because my fans love it. Like I always will get messages being like, thank you for doing that. You've inspired me to not be ashamed of it. Like I've had guys who told me I've never worn tank tops before until I met you, and that means the world to me. And so like now that I've heard those messages, I've decided to stick with, honestly, for the rest of my life. Like I will never shave or trim my back.
Amen.
And I'm part of that camp. When I went through puberty super early, and it was summer camp, and I started growing pubic hair, and I was like in 4th grade. It made I had to hide. I was so I would be in tears every time we had a shower or whatever, and I would go off and I would hide, or I'd take a shower at 3 a.m. because I was so embarrassed by this idea of hair because I had never seen it and I didn't know that
you were never exposed to it.
That's exactly it. And when we watch mainstream porn, we don't know we're not into something or that we are into something. When we scroll through scenes, we'll see something that we wouldn't have searched out on our own, but we see it and we're like, oh, that's hot. And then it opens your mind to this whole other...
I was into pubic hair immediately. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I was part of the first experience with...
Daddy complex.
With anybody. Like, my first, real sexual experience, I was probably, it was just oral. It wasn't, actual sex, but I had to been, 12. And he was 14, so I was borderline hidden puberty.
Yeah.
And he was also bigger than me. My penis still wasn't even fully big, and it was one of those I'll let you see mine if you let me see yours type
I've
doctor
those
type
games.
thing. Yeah.
I played it in the lobby just now.
And so we did that, and then he had pubic hair, and I thought that was so hot. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you have pubic hair? There's hair down there? I was still bald. And I was like, that's so hot. I love that.
I mean, my best friend was
it.
like that. He was 13, but he had a body. He had Teddy's body. He was with muscular, just muscle on muscle, hair on hair, receding hairline. I mean, he was hung like a horse, and all it did is give me a huge complex about myself.
Wow.
I'm insecure until past the military. It was just weird. Just seeing it. Look at all this. We all have different opinions.
What's that mean?
Oh, so that means that we're
What's
almost
that
near the end of the
noise?
show. This is our red alert here. So we're gonna play a little rapid fire. Okay.
Can I put my shoe back on? Am I stripping still?
Yes, please. No, just
Yes.
kidding.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
just kidding.
God, please
Okay.
put your shoe on.
So you have to put your timer on.
Oh yeah,
You
that
have
thing.
30 seconds to
I lose
answer as
myself.
many rapid fire questions as you can. Okay.
And we'll win nothing again. Hold on. What is that?
Anthony will send you a little sweetness.
Yeah, I could send you
He'll
stuff.
send you a dick pic.
We don't
Wah,
want
wah,
that.
wah.
And
He's
it's do I need to zoom?
I'm so old. How do I do a timer?
Oh my god.
Oh, here. Stopwatch?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna do 30 seconds. Who wants to go first? They're gonna be different questions.
I'll go first.
Okay, Zario. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, and go. Celebrity you'd like to fuck. Rapid fire.
Anyone.
I don't know.
Judy Garland, next.
Oh my god, this is the worst
I
rapid
really
fire I've ever had in my
don't.
life. Okay. Favorite genre of porn.
Genre? There's a genre? Bareback?
Okay, yes. Watch more. Are you watching more or less porn during COVID?
Less.
Worst date.
Oh,
Zario.
Can I get a second?
he's so cute though.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's like, I just want to fuck everybody because I love everybody.
Can we just all fuck?
Yeah. You don't have a celebrity crush?
No.
Nobody?
Tom Hardy? Chris Evans?
Chris Evans, where are you going?
No, fuck all of them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Teddy Bear, are you
Okay.
ready?
Sorry, you lost.
All right.
Maybe not.
Let's do this.
Okay. Favorite sex position?
Ooh, outside.
Ooh, okay, let's not visit, but okay. Eye contact or not during sex?
Yes.
Favorite kind of underwear to wear around the house that nobody will see?
Jockstrap or thong.
Most sex you've had in one day?
4 times.
Do you use sex toys in the bedroom?
Yes.
Guilty pleasure binge food?
Ooh, Doritos.
Last time you masturbated?
A few minutes ago.
Gaga or Beyonce?
What?
Gaga or Beyonce?
Gaga.
First body part you look at on somebody else's body?
Ooh, forearms.
Favorite? There you go. Okay. Okay, so we found out. So
Just by one. He won by one. Oh wait, no, he won.
100.
He only got one.
yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Anyway, so we're going to wrap up, but we're going to answer some of the questions that we received from some of our viewers. This is from Tim from Twitter, and this is open questions. Everybody give your opinion. And this is actually directly related. My boyfriend is really hairy in his ass crack, and it makes it hard to eat him out. I don't like it. How can I approach the subject?
Is he not wiping?
I mean,
if-
I
Well,
honestly,
you gotta use a little
hair-
I
wet
love
wipe
a
with
hairy
hair.
guy, but I can't stand any hair on the ass, not even like one little
Really?
follicle.
Hairy
Wait,
holes
really?
are the
God,
best.
there's
I
something
love
about
to
the
just put my
smell.
face in it and just get the
Oh
hairs
my
really
gosh.
moist and where the hair.
You've never given yourself a scratch and it would clean like after a shower and go, oh my God, that's amazing.
No,
No?
no.
I love it.
God, I love it.
I
My boyfriend
literally-
hates when I do that.
Maybe
Oh,
that's why the
God.
bear community was offended by you. They heard this. The
Yeah.
slander.
Thank you
I
for,
mean, you're
for
excited
keeping
by
this
what you're
rumor
excited,
alive.
but
No,
I think
you need wet wipes.
Exactly.
You need wet wipes. Don't wipe with this like that because you
Okay.
get those little white things.
so. But how does this guy approach the subject that he just can't stand eating his boyfriend's ass out?
Wipe your boyfriend's ass out.
Literally, I think you just teach your boyfriend about. I don't think he knows what wet wipes is. I think he's using.
buy them and leave
I
them
think
there.
he's using toilet paper and then
How
like
do you have
thinking
that
that's clean.
conversation, though?
Use
Well, you
shampoo.
just leave them
Use
there.
shampoo.
You have
on
that
your hoe.
conversation. You literally like you talk to your boyfriend, be like, "I love you. This is turning me off."
Just break up.
Just
If you can't have that conversation, just break
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
Sorry, Tim.
This
from
is
Twitter.
This one is Derek from Instagram. I'm dating a black man. I feel like my friends treat him differently from the rest of our circle. I fear they are latent racist. How can I address this?
Ask them.
But do you think they're going to say, "Oh, you know what? You're right. I am racist, and I don't like your boyfriend"?
No, just have the conversation. Be like, I noticed this. Exactly what they just said in the question. Just say the exact same thing to them and have a conversation. Like a lot of people are scared to have hard
people get
conversations.
in
People
their
are afraid to
heads?
communicate.
Yeah.
Do you think
people are-
sometimes if say you have a boyfriend that's different than your group, do you get in your own head and it becomes something that it isn't? You ever notice that?
I've done that. My friend was dating
where people are
a
like, dude,
little
what are you
person.
talking about? We're not doing anything. It's like it's on yourself.
I'm
you ever
that-
get, you ever
I'm
see
that all
people
the
like
time.
that? I don't know.
and every time I'm in a room, I'm always thinking everyone hates me.
I'm 15 years older than my boyfriend, and I swear to God, every time I walk around, I'm the old
Oh,
dude.
that is so not even true. But
I was at a wedding, and they literally said, "My son is sweet," and I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not. They go, "Your son is so well behaved." I literally went, literally pointed to my boyfriend, and that is not a joke. I am not
Damn.
joking.
And I'm the biggest bitch, and I look at you guys, and
And then
wouldn't
I went,
think
"That's
that.
my boyfriend." She went,
Shut up.
"He seems so happy." Like that was. It was like the weirdest. Anyway, go. I took it from you. Sorry about
But
that.
I've been on the other side where my friend was dating a little person, and I was so nervous to not treat them differently that I ended up being so nervous and like, "Can I pull the chair out for you?"
Yeah.
Because I was trying to show that I was cool with it, and I was cool with it, but I didn't want like a modicum of any.
Was that a Golden Girls episode? It was
Yeah,
a Golden
she
Girls.
dated,
Yeah, she
like-
dated the little guy.
And then they serve shrimp for episodes. Okay, this one is anonymous. Didn't want their name from Instagram. I've been watching porn so much during COVID. I'm coming very quickly now, like under 3 minutes. Should I be worried?
Yeah, you're sexually
Shouldn't-
exhausting yourself.
Shouldn't it go opposite though? Don't you get used to it?
No, you get exhausted.
Because I remember I used to early come back when I was a teenager. I talked to my doctor and they said just masturbate more. They said masturbate with a
Really?
condom on. That's what they said. Because I would it was like a sex thing, and I would have bareback, and they would say don't do bareback. Well, I can't stay hard in a condom, and they say, well, masturbate with a condom. That's what they said. I just got rid of the condom.
But maybe if this guy
My
is
story.
but maybe this guy is like watching porn, he's just fast forwarding to what gets him
So
off.
I don't get
the thing, I've had fans message me that, and I've told them what you do is that you need to remember that coming is not the goal of sex or masturbation. And you just start to make yourself like, okay, I'm going to watch porn and maybe I won't even let myself touch myself. Or if I am, I'm going to do it for only like a few seconds and then I have to stop.
Like,
It's about
edge
edge
yourself.
yourself.
You retrain your body and your brain to remember that like coming is not the goal. is added benefit, but it's not the goal of masterbation or sex.
Well, and usually when you come, you're like, okay, I'm done. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, and then
Time to cry.
Sorry, Grandma.
You're insert doily. You're like, I'm sorry, Grandma.
That's all that was nearby. Put in her ashes.
Oh, that's awful.
The circle of life.
As you lift her up into the sky, your cum dripping from it.
All right.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
On that note, is this what you talk about on your podcast, or what happens on your?
This literally is the
podcast?
same thing. Like it's
Bear with me, girl.
bear with us, girl.
Bear with girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same thing. Trying to stay on subject and completely falling off of the radar.
Yeah.
I didn't ask my questions, but it's okay. We'll do it next time.
What questions do you have?
It's okay.
Just why?
Why are you doing this with your life? No.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find you.
What's your
Zario.
Just for Fans, guys?
My Just for Fans is Just for Fans as Zario Travezz.
And your Twitter is very hot, by the way.
Yeah, what's
Is
your
it?
Twitter and Instagram? You can do those too.
Oh yeah, the Twitter. I forgot. Twitter.
Real Donald Trump.
It's available.
No, it's
Gays
at
over.
Zario Travezz XXX, and then Instagram is just Zario Travezz.
What I love
That's
about you.
what? How many Z's? That's two Z's, right?
Two Z's. I
Two
think.
Two Z's.
Yeah.
Z. What I love about your Twitter is that it's literally like the best of from your career, and there's so many different types of scenes. I have fun on your Twitter. Teddy bear.
That's awkward.
All right, you can
It's research.
you can find me at JustForFans / the XXX Teddy Bear, and on Twitter the XXX Teddy Bear, and on Instagram Mr. Teddy Bear Grr.
MR.
Grr. And also
Grr.
teddybearusa.com. What I love, like your t-shirts and even like the home decor, like there's some sassy sayings on there. It's like
Home decor.
it's like
I want to
style.
see.
No,
Yeah.
it's great. There's like pillows and
It's
stuff.
all bear merch. It's all bear
candles.
puns.
Yeah.
Here's one of them.
Oh, look at
Fun
that.
size.
I love it.
I need that.
I love it. Yeah.
And Mr. Anthony John, where can people find you?
On the streets.
America's Most Wanted. It's just /MR Anthony John on Instagram and Facebook, and then on Just for Fans, I'm actually events at JustForFans.com is my email if you need anything.
Yeah, and please email because that's where we get your questions. Unless you can slide into our DMs on Instagram as well, and we will answer your question on air. You can find me on Instagram at AlexanderIsOnAir. Make sure you like and subscribe to this podcast wherever you are listening or watching us. Sign up for your free account at JustFor.Fans take part of all this adult goodness and fabulosity. And the free peep shows, by the way, are free to members. So do that. On that note, stay healthy, stay sexy.
That has been another episode of The Naked Truth, the official podcast for Just for Fans. Sign up for your free account at JustFor.Fans and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at JustForFansite. You'll never know what's going to happen on The Naked Truth.